And as you're working as a Scrum Master, what are what according to you are 3 job search tips
Sorry?
for Scrum Master role?
So I think one of the biggest things is having a wide network. And I wouldn't necessarily say you need to have a wide Scrum Master network, but I mean, I would say having a Scrum Master network. So I go on LinkedIn and, you know, I add Scrum Masters all the time just to be able to talk to them and kind of see what they're doing and if they have any advice on anything that I'm working on. And then I also join like meetup groups, so any IT related meetup groups. And then just ensuring that you keep all of your connections. Like I think network is a huge, huge thing. And that's really what's helped me in my career so far.
Mm-hmm. And Swapna, as this job market is really tough today, finding a job in Scrum Master position can be troublesome for few people at times. So what according to you are the top 3 skills needed in resume for Scrum Master position so that you can make your resume more noticeable?
So I think for me, what I've done is it's just a way you kind of word things on your resume to show what a Scrum Master, you as a Scrum Master has accomplished. So definitely make sure that you have any certifications on there that you've accomplished in the Agile related space. I think that's number 1. But also be able to show like how you've collaborated in different organizations and on different projects. And as well as how you can communicate effectively and efficiently. Because as I have mentioned before, communication is a huge part of being a Scrum Master.
That's perfect. And from your experience, what are the 5 common interview questions that can be asked in a Scrum Master interview?
Yeah, one of the first questions I actually typically get asked is if one of your developers has a blocker that is preventing him or her from working on a user story, how do you ensure that he or she doesn't sit idly? And basically what you want to ensure that during any sprint, your developers have more than one user story that they're working on so that if they're idle on one, they can continue working on another one. The second question, what is the most important Scrum ceremony within a 2-week sprint in your opinion? That's another question that I get asked very frequently. And to me, it's the sprint review, because that's where you actually get to show off what's been accomplished during a sprint, as well as be able to see how much your team can really handle, so you can kind of estimate what your next sprint should look like. The third question would be, how do you manage your daily stand-ups? And basically you need to ask the questions of what was worked on yesterday, what you're working on today, and then any blockers that they would need my help on. Fourth question is, how do you manage a retrospective if not everyone on the team is vocal and feels comfortable speaking in front of others? And the retrospective is really a time when the whole team gets together and talks about what worked, what didn't work, and what we can improve, basically. So there's actually a lot of programs on the internet where you can go through and people can actually type up their responses to these different questions so that they don't have to feel like they have to answer them during the retrospective, and you can kind of just read them off as a Scrum Master. And then the fifth question would be what is the most important job of a Scrum Master? And I think I've mentioned this before, it's really just to protect the development team from any outside distractions.